Hi, welcome back to the last outline of Section 2, Structure of Research Conduct. In this outline, we're going to discuss a very popular problem when your subject is a human. It's called the subject reaction. Actually, both quantitative and qualitative studies are plagued with such a problem. And there is an academic definition to such a problem. It's called the Hawthorne effect. And this effect was discovered in early studies of the industrial context when no matter what experimental manipulation was tried, the worker productivity improved. This apparently occurred because the workers knew that they were in a special group and therefore they tried to do their best all the time. Consequence of such a problem or such effect, for example, an interview or survey response may not be valid, not reliable at all. As the respondents, they may lie, they may actually employ a defense mechanism, they may have lack of self-insight, or they may give just socially approved answer. So you have, this is as a dilemma. If you let your subject being aware that he is a member of a study on a research, you will may encounter this problem. And if you don't, maybe there are some ethical issues will rise. So I'm going to share with you one of the most famous cases of ethical impropriety that conducted by psychologist Ash in 1950 about the conformity experiment. Let's go ahead and explore the study.
In the early 1950s, following the atrocities committed by Nazi Germany in the previous decade, Solomon Asch studied the power of individual integrity to determine whether most people could withstand group pressure to conform. Asch invited groups of 8 subjects, all university students, to compare the lengths of black lines drawn on cards. In reality, only one of the subjects was a bona fide volunteer. The others were stooges and had been instructed to say that lines of obviously different lengths were the same length. Most subjects initially resisted the peer pressure to conform, but contrary to Asch's expectation, 1/3 eventually ignored the evidence of their own eyes and agreed with the rest of the group, claiming the lines were of the same length when they obviously were not, demonstrating the power of group conformity. Although you may think Asch's experiment as not being of a serious breach of ethical propriety, his participants were deceived about the true nature of the experiment. Each subject thought they were one of 8 subjects involved in a simple cognitive experiment, yet had they known the true nature of the study, what would Asch's results have been? The ethical dilemma is that while deception should not be practiced, in some experiments like Asch's there is no option, and we would know far less about group pressure to conform that translates into employee work groups, union meetings, and directors' meetings. However, the long-term effects of being deceived can include a growing mistrust of researchers and the research they are doing. Participants may be less likely to participate again if they had felt embarrassed and ridiculed by previous involvement.
In the following section, we are going to discuss an ethical factor of the research, and I hope by then you will have a better, clear idea how to put all things together, avoiding such a problem, and also not violating the ethical factor of your research. I will see you then.